Hi, Sages. If you want to come on in, take a look at your ink blot made in your name and essence. Feel free to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for shapes and symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. All right, Sages, I'm going to dig in here and empathically explore. Thank you as always for holding space for me to share my insights. I greatly appreciate it. All right, let's wander the abstract aura of the wise sages. And then it's blank. I'm just kidding. I'm seeing apple. Okay, hold on. It's not an apple. It's a pumpkin. Getting really big Cinderella vibes here. Like, this looks like the pumpkin before it turns into the chariot thing. And if I remember correctly, like, elaborately, like, the leaves of the pumpkin start to shift into different parts, like the decor of the chariot. Anyway, I can't remember what it's actually called. It's fleeting my mind. Doesn't matter, that's fine. I appreciate, so Cinderella vibes are coming through, Sages. What are you doing? There's something transformation. Something's transforming for sure. I'm seeing cats, black and white, or at least a cat for sure. I think it's actually a comic strip. And it's like a black and white cat, but its face looks like crazy. Like I can see it, like if I'm seeing a comic strip and it's like, ah. And this cat, it's not Garfield, it's a different cat. Maybe it's not a comic, but still. Feel like you've been creating something. It's the point of this cat. Intuitively could also be a familiar that you've been noticing is with you in spirit, kind of like Sabrina and the Teenage Witch kind of vibes. And there's this transformation, turning the pumpkin into a carriage. Thank you, a carriage. Chariot, carriage. Almost like a... Okay, so it just transformed when I went the other way, like a Pepe Le Pew. Maybe you are going on a commitment carriage, Sages? Or there's commitment in the air, whether you are the Cinderella, Prince Charming, or vice versa. But what I'm seeing, and that could be with an actual person, of course, or with just of oneself, of an idea, committing to an idea you've had, putting that, job in motion, that side hustle, and really moving forward with it, dedicating more time to it. I feel like as though, and I'm really getting this transformation vibes, not only from the whole Cinderella essence of it, but that something that was put into this pumpkin, symbolically speaking, of course, that it's almost like you thought was no good, or maybe just parts of your healing, right? If there is something you've been contending with, a behavior is coming through, maybe you're really working on your automatic responses, and these were contained into this vessel or vehicle. And instead of pumpkin smashing, pumpkin being the symbol that's holding these healings or hurts, you're transforming them into a carriage that's actually going to take you beyond your wildest dreams. Sagittarius is truly how I'm feeling. And I'm seeing a lot of fire, but in like sprite energy, as though the fire is paint being splattered and thrown in this, like I'm catching like fairy lights moving all over the place. I would see it as like moving paint because that's my eye. But I'm actually seeing it like sparklers and like little fireworks going off as you're making decisions about transforming your pumpkin into pumpkin pie, and seeing an opportunity in something that I don't actually know how pumpkin would taste just on its own. Pumpkin seeds, yes, but not just pumpkin. But you see an opportunity to take something and make something out of it, and that's what this is really, really feeling like. And it's really quite lovely, if I may. Like sages. Like who else? Like cooking something up, right? With your fire. Choice. You've made choices. A Cinderella choice. I kind of want to remember that for your title. A Cinderella choice. Blue Jay. Same with those, like the cats and all of this. You just got creatures around you that are helping you. A lot of spirit animals are coming through. A lot of spirit animals are coming through, sages. I'm seeing a wave of water, so I feel like at some point in time you've been through some rough emotional stuff, and maybe this is the brilliance of that. Okay, so remember when I was talking about, like, in regards to the pumpkin, symbolically speaking, and like there was things in it, maybe they're hurts or healings. So I'm actually seeing that as an apple. So if anything was like handed to you, including of yourself, that you choose to eat, a poisonous apple. It's like that now it's cut, and the poison no longer serves. Like it's been pulled out because you've done the work. You've done something. You've gone through something is really how I'm feeling it. You've gone through something, sages, and cicada. Yeah, in the recent past, like you've been through something. And in this wave, it felt like an emotional cycle. But I'm seeing, it's funny, like in all of this kind of, if I may, turmoil, one end is a tap. And you're like, oh, I can just stop for a second and assess. And it's like I can see something sloshing around. And then once the tap's turned off, like it just slowly calms down. And then the little things in water start to settle, whatever the debris is, and create. And it's like, and now you're like, oh, okay. And then you deal with that, like, or you filter that pumpkin into pumpkin pie. Cinderella story 1. And then you turn the tap back on, you rinse it out, and maybe other things come through. Because I'm seeing like things like from pipes back. Maybe it's that's what the whole past thing. I don't know if you've been working on family karma cycles, or maybe your own cycles. You're looking to change things up. I'm going to add on some oracle here and see what's going on for sages, please. Sagittarius. You know how there's a hammerhead shark? I'm seeing a hammer drill shark. You got to business and you scared away something that was a little too comfortable in your aura, sages. Little too comfortable. Maybe this is other people, places, or things that are kind of attached to you in one way, shape, or form. And as I'm saying that, and I just want to show you, the sorcerer came up. So maybe you tuned in to if there's any sorcery going on. The sages picked it up. I also want to note, sages, in the positive element of sorcery, you are Cinderella, like your own fairy godmother. But it came up when I was talking about like you getting rid of this. So here's the tap I was seeing, and this is like the hammer drill shark, and it was scaring away this and that. And then the sorcerer came out, and we'll see what it's supported by here. 23, the heartless love. Yeah, you might have been scaring away either self-sabotaging thoughts or a partner, job, career, personal, professional, corporate, creative, that really wasn't serving you and was making you feel blue. And she is all up in blue, and we were definitely in the water space. I just feel like something might have been draining you, and you cut them off, and they were kind of went off in a huff and a puff. I'm going to flip it to win it here. All right, sages, thank you for joining me. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Links below to help a gal grow. If you'd like your own Rorschach in a reading for your abstract aura, the link is below, as well to donate with PayPal and buy me a coffee. Queen of the Night is coming through. I feel like a nighttime Cinderella. I don't know if there's what the male version of Cinderella is, and I don't mean to leave you out of that if that is sticking in anyone's craw. You're an adult. Put yourself in the position. Like, you're good. Just throw yourself in there. Be like, yeah, that's my female aspect. Queen of the Night and the Crone. So this feels like that, truly the Cinderella story, right? You and kind of like that evil stepmother kind of feel. I would, if you have recently dispelled something from your past thinking or just something that is cyclical going on as you're transforming your Cinderella story, you've gotten rid of some of the tap might need to be turned on again. When you're ready, of course, to welcome in like stuff like further debris to come through, because I feel like somebody's you have the Sorcerer and the Crone, male and female troublemakers. But I feel like it's because you are transforming, so you have eyes on you. You just have eyes on you. And maybe you are in the spotlight. Maybe you are in social media a lot, and that's part and parcel of it, and you handle it like a champ. Okay, so much came out here. So much came out. So much came out. Give me 2 shakes here. I was truly not like overly paying attention. I was like really lost in your Okay, let's carry on. Let's do this. What else do we have here for Sagittarius? Okay, I don't know if somebody is an artist or that's just the way I'm perceiving this from my point of perception, but I truly do feel like somebody is creating something. Maybe it's like fire burning or thank you. Okay, the question. Maybe that is the question. What do you want to create in this new story, in this and when I say Cinderella story, it's not meant to be in regards to it being a fantastical or a fairy tale. It's just like a chapter is turning the page, and that feels important in Sagittarius because some significant growth has been had and is still being had and cultivated into your own magic and whatever you create, whatever you walk, talk, and do for a living. So I'm seeing an emblem of a partnership. This might be in regards to business more than personal, but again, if it resonates personal, please follow where it suits you, as you are truly the Oracle and Wise One. But what are they called? So there used to be a cartoon. They were 2 mice, and they were like detectives together. Anyway, so that's what I'm seeing. Oh, I really, really cannot remember their names. Maybe they're chipmunks. Maybe it was Chip and Dale Detective something or other. Maybe it was like an offshoot of that. Some sort of work that you're doing with somebody, and it feels supported. There's a lot of space, and that there's a lot of help, but there's also a shield around you in this partnership, one way, shape, or form. 8 of Cups, 2 of Pentacles, and 8 of Pentacles. 8, 2, 8. If you want to take in the imagery of these cards, let's see what we have here. I'd like to take a boo. Remember we were talking about, like at the very beginning, Cinderella's chariots and the pumpkin? There they are. And you're going with a partner. Like you are going to be stepping in to something, creative, personal, this, that, or the other. feels more intuitive. So maybe this is an intuitive connection. Maybe this is somebody you're going to be working with in regards to your spiritual growth. I don't know, something along that lines. If you can work with Chippendale detectives, and you might have to step forward to them, or root up and power up and go towards them to talk about it. And it's gonna it's very highly supported by you doing this, whatever you're following in your intuition, sages, because you bring the fire, but you both have moons. Could be two feminine, could be two females, or just the aspects of female. And you're going to be going towards, from the eight of Pentacles to Eight of Cups. And this makes like a double figure 8, I'm seeing. It's very curious. Give me a moment here. Okay, so it's almost as though you're going to find somebody. You might be intuitively and spiritually led to help you on your journeys. And they're going to go to a certain extent with you. And then you are going to get out of the carriage, the chariot, the pumpkin, and like stand in your rightful space and sense of self. And I fully understand that this was a long-winded story to get to this pinnacle moment. But isn't that what every good story is? Isn't that what every hero's journey is? Is the journey and the adventures along the way. So I almost want to say, don't be hard on yourself if you think things are happening too fast, too slow. Tap on, tap off. Except clap on, clap off. It's almost like you have that power. But this feels very, very magical. And it might be that you're investigating Sorcerer and the Crone. You may have to dispel something. Okay. Jaguar. Ooh, look at this. Can you see it? Does it come through? Reclaim, Jaguar. That's what that says. This is what you are reclaiming. Boom. But you're going to have somebody else. It's like a fairy godmother, fairy godfriend, Chippendale, pet detectives. I don't know what's going on here. But it is going to, this connection you're going to make, if you haven't already made it, and it's going to be nurtured along the way. And it's going to dispel. Okay. It's not even going to let me pick it up. Any cycles and such of the past. Oh my goodness, sages. I am excited for you. And I got the power. Hey. I feel like you might need a theme song to remember. Pick a playlist that just like pumps you up when you are sometimes, on this lonelier road. And then other times when you're with, somebody else and your guide. But inevitably, what is going to be your theme song when you get to some point in your Cinderella story or Cinder story, and you're like, and here is where I reclaim this sense of myself, the space of my soul, what I want, desire, and the path that I'm going to pursue moving forward. Take my breath away. Sages, I'm going to leave it there. I'm kind of, I'm a little bit in awe. I'm a little bit in awe by this. And I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much for being my muse. If I didn't say before, all the links are below to help a gal grow. Request your own reading for your abstract aura and Rorschach in a reading. Buy me a coffee or PayPal, all that kind of good stuff. Or just a good old like, share, subscribe. It makes a world of a difference to a small channel like myself. So, small scry. See you later, Sage.